Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Hannibal. If you are new here, welcome. Today we are doing a full face of first impressions, all new things that I just recently picked up, and I'm very excited to try them out. If you're curious to see what kind of stuff I got, how well it works, and how I achieved this look, stay tuned. So everything in this video that I'm going to be using today, I pretty much am going to be trying out for the first time. That is why this is obviously a full face of first impressions. Thank you very much. There are probably about 5 items that aren't like first time uses for me, so don't mind those, but I've got some really good stuff to test out for you guys today, and I'm really excited because I've been wanting to test all this stuff out for a while, and now I finally got the chance, and I'm ready to jump into this. The first thing I'm starting out today with is my e.l.f. Puff primer. This stuff is literally so good, you guys. It's water based, so it's just really creamy and it feels like a moisturizer. It's silicone free, so it doesn't feel like grainy and like weird. Just remembered I wanted to do my eyes first, so I don't know why I just put my primer on, but we're just gonna jump into the eyes. What I meant to start out with was my eyelid primer, so sorry about that. I'm just gonna pop some of this on top of my eyelids and then put my tape on and do just a really simple look for today because I don't want to focus too much on the eyes. I am using an eyeshadow palette I haven't tried before, so it will be also a first impression of that. It's a Colourpop palette. It's their purple monochromatic palette, and it's called It's My Pleasure. It is a purple palette, so we're gonna be doing like a pretty simple monochromatic purple look, like casual. So this is what the palette looks like. It is super cute. I love their monochromatic palettes. This is what it looks like. So gorgeous. I absolutely love purples. They're one of my favorite colors, and I'm gonna create something fun with this today. Now there are only 3 matte shades in this palette, and I'm gonna use every single one of them because I want to see how they all work, and then I'll probably add like a shimmer or something sparkly on top. So I'm gonna start out with the shade Kitten Fish, and before I do that, I'll actually insert the swatches right here so you guys can see what they look like. From left to right, we have Kitten Fish, Do or Dough, Pretty Cruel, Bare Minimum, Earthshine, Chick Lit, Mr. Sandman, Fanfiction, and Sleeper. Like I said, I'll be starting out with the shade Kitten Fish, and I just kind of want to create something cute and like simple but elegant today because it's almost spring and I'm so excited. Ooh. I can already tell this formula is so smooth. Purple eyeshadows are really difficult to make, whether it be like the actual shade or the formula itself, but this shade so far is literally so beautiful, and it is blending out very nicely. Now I'm gonna go in with Fanfiction and just start adding a little bit more depth to that. I love that. Wow, these shades are really blending beautifully together. Now for the third matte shade, Sleeper, I'm just gonna add, again, a little bit more depth to the outside of my eye. Taking a separate brush to kind of blend that out a little bit more on the top. That is literally so beautiful. I want to add just a little bit more depth right in here. Gorgeous. Now taking just a little bit more of Kitten Fish and blending that on the top. Now for the top of my lid, I'm gonna go in with the shade Bare Minimum. I really like that it's kind of an in-between mauve versus being like too light or dark for a springtime look. I'm just gonna take that shade and put that all over my lid. Now I'm just gonna take a small dab of Earthshine and top that on top just to kind of see if it'll like brighten it up a little bit. That is actually so pretty. I love how iridescent that is. that is pretty much going to be the rest of the eyes for now until I get to the underneath of my eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my second eye off camera, and then I will come back and we will continue with this look. And that is gonna be the eyes for now. I went ahead and finished off this eye, added just a hint of a wing so I can kind of pull it all together. And now I'm gonna jump into doing complexion. So I'm gonna test out the e.l.f. CC Cream. I'm gonna be testing out the Pretty Fresh Hydrating Concealer from Colourpop, a couple of the e.l.f. Putty Blushes, some new brushes, and like just a whole bunch of fun stuff. So keep watching. So this is the e.l.f. Camo Cc Cream. It is a color correcting, full coverage, natural finish. So, and I've seen absolutely amazing reviews about this, so I'm so excited to try it out, and I really hope I got the right match. I got the shade Fair 120N. I do have a little bit of redness in my skin, but aside from that, my skin is pretty neutral. It can be dry sometimes, but I use a lot of moisturizer. So this is what it looks like. It is 1.05 ounces, and there is SPF 30 sunscreen in this. So I'm going to actually test this out with the brush today. I seriously haven't done my makeup with a brush probably in over 10 years, but I've heard amazing things about the Complexion Duo Brush from e.l.f. I'm gonna use this side and this side today, putting on this foundation and concealer. So I'm just gonna do it because I wanna know how it works. Let's see how this goes. So it definitely looks maybe a little too light. Yeah, it definitely looks too light for me. Don't know if I like this 100% yet. I just don't like how it applies. I'm gonna actually go in with my Real Techniques sponge and just see if that helps blend it out a little bit more. See, that definitely helps. It just kind of pushes it deeper into my pores and makes it look a little bit more natural, versus I feel like when I'm just putting it on with the brush, I'm just smearing it all over the place and it doesn't actually set, and it sets with like lines in it, and I hate it. Sponge is the way to go. I definitely think I can save this with bronzer, but yikes, that's a little too white. Don't like how that looks. So I don't know if I love this CC cream like at all, and I don't think it's just the shade match. I feel like because there's sunscreen in it, I can kind of feel like it is drying a little funky. The foundation itself does have dimethicone in it, so that's probably why. Usually my skin doesn't do very well with silicones, but yeah, that is actually the second ingredient, so don't love that. I'm just gonna move on to my concealer and hope that it helps save this look, but this is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Creamy Concealer, and I got the shade Light 45W. I don't know if I even want to try using the concealer brush side. Is that too yellow? That looks like super yellow for some reason. Well, I'm just gonna go with it now. This combination of products is a little funky. Yeah, this concealer is definitely warmer than the CC cream. Guys, I did not do well on color matching this time around. It's a little unfortunate, but we're gonna do our best, okay? Next, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my new e.l.f. Putty Blush in the shade Tahiti. And I'm also going to use my new Putty Brush with it. Hope this works out better than the CC cream, but we'll see. This is what it looks like. I don't love that either. I'm gonna try it with the sponge now. Okay, the sponge is actually helping save how that looked before. I don't know why these products are layering weird together though. Like, I think the CC cream might have been too thick underneath this, but I'm just gonna go with it, so whatever. I'm just gonna go ahead and set my face and hope that it helps even everything out. And I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Powder. I have the shade Fair Light, number 10. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set. So we're not looking too bad after setting. Setting powder usually always saves the day. Definitely still need to bronze though. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze now with my VH Studio Pro bronzer and highlight palette. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this shade right here. That's looking better for sure. Okay, so we're not looking too bad so far. I'm just gonna clean up the edges of my bronzer. I'm just gonna add a little bit of a blush topper to get that color to peek through a little bit more on the top, and I'm gonna go in with my Kylie Cosmetics in the shade We Are Going Shopping. One of my favorite, just like really pretty pink rosy tone. Well, it's a lot of blush kind of day then, huh? It's fine. We got this. Now I'm gonna go in with my Revolution highlighter that I got. It is the Tasty Peach highlighter. It is shaped like a peach and everything. So cute. And I'm just gonna kind of mix it up a little bit. That actually works really well with that blush. I like it. Still got a really good shimmer to it. I do wish it were a little more shiny versus being like kind of a satin finish. It's not bad, but not my favorite. It's definitely a really pretty peach tone though. It smells like peaches. Are you kidding me? I don't hate that. That is making me really want to go to Starbucks. We went to Starbucks yesterday and my boyfriend got one of the iced green tea peach lemonades and oh my god, so good. I want another one. All right, we are almost done with this look. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off my eyes and then my lips, and that'll pretty much complete today's look. So I'm going to curl my lashes and then kind of fluff them up a little bit with this L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara. Like I said, in my haul video of this is one of my favorite holy grail mascaras. Before I do that though, I'm gonna smoke out the bottom lash line with just a little bit of Fan Fiction and Sleeper. For lashes today, I think I'm gonna go just a little dramatic because why not? We're doing first impressions. We want this look to be banging. Plus this purple is a little darker than I expected it to be, so I want my lashes to still be seen. I'm gonna go in with my Ardell. This is the 8D new lashes that they came out with. It is the 953 style, and I'm gonna just pop them on real quick and see how they look. I'm just using my Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive. This has been a favorite of mine. It has aloe in it, which I kind of like didn't even think about, but it's latex free, formaldehyde free, and it dries clear, and it just works really well for me, so I have been using this for a while. That's really pretty. I really like that. These are so crazy looking. Like looking at them from the side, you can see how many like layers and levels of like hairs there are on here. It just looks so beautiful. Just to set this all in place, I'm going to use my Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. Now for the last step, I'm going to be finishing it off with my lips. I'm using one of Colourpop's lippy pencils. This is the shade Field Day. For my lipstick, I'm using my Colourpop Luxe Velvet lipstick in the shade It's a Banger. This is such a pretty shade. I still want to test out the Essence lip gloss that I got as well because I've heard such great things about it. I'm gonna wait for this to dry just a little bit first though. Wow, so this actually dries non-transferable. I mean, a little bit of something might come off, but definitely not as much as I thought it would. That's actually amazing. I'm really happy about that. So to finish off the look, I'm going to use my Essence Shine 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 Wet Lip Gloss. This is the shade Behind the Scenes, and I've heard literally so many good things about this. So let's try it out. Yep, I can already tell I like this. Actually forgot I got this brow glue. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I already put brow gel on, but it's already been a few hours, so I might as well just try this too, you know? See how well it really works. This is what it looks like. It's so cute. And then it comes with like the little spoolie. Okay, wow. This stuff is great. I can literally feel it dry into place like as I comb through my eyebrows. I'm obsessed with this. Wow. Thank you so much. And that is gonna be today's completed look. This is a full face of first impressions. And I'm actually, after completing this and putting everything together, I've gotta say I'm actually quite impressed. There were definitely a few products I didn't particularly like. They weren't terrible. I just don't know if it's because of my skin, and my skin is a little dry, so I don't know. Starting from the beginning, the Camo Cc Cream, I don't know how I feel about this yet. I think I'm gonna have to use it a few times in order to kind of get down the gist of it, but right now I definitely think it's a little too light for me. I mean, after I completed my makeup, it doesn't look too bad, like all put together, but I'm curious to see what it would look like in natural lighting. But because there is sunscreen in this, I think it did dry out a little bit more than I wanted it to, and then putting a bunch of setting powder on top of that, it didn't mesh well. I didn't like how it felt on my skin. It felt very dimethicone, like silicone-y, and that is the second ingredient in this, so I don't know if I love that. I definitely did not like how it applied with the brush either. I know because it had sunscreen in it that it like, the formula is just different, you know? It doesn't make it more liquidy, it doesn't make it more thick, but it just changes it. It's the formula itself. Like sunscreen, it has chemicals in it, active ingredients. But like I said, after completing my makeup, my skin does look pretty flawless still, and I'm not, like, I don't hate it. I just don't think it's my favorite, and that's unfortunate because I have heard such high reviews of this CC cream, which is a little sad to me because I wish it had worked that greatly for me. Like, why not? But what I did really like was this concealer from Colourpop. It's their Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Creamy Concealer. Unfortunately, I think I did get a shade that was too dark for me. I got light 45W, and I think I probably should have got more of a cooler tone. But after setting it with powder, it definitely set and oxidized better than the CC cream did. So I will give it that. I did enjoy that. I'm happy about that. The Maybelline setting powder I have used before. It is one of my favorites as well. I just feel like it's completely smooths out my skin so nicely, and I love it. So that's always a go-to for me. For the eyes, I really did enjoy this Colourpop palette. The shades in here are so pretty, and I like that it gives you a lot of different tones of the purple itself, and then also like this shade right here, it's like a brown purple. It's so pretty. I love all the shades, how they look together. They blended beautifully. The formula was so good. I always love Colourpop's eyeshadows. At least all the palettes that I've tried so far have been fantastic. If you've ever been curious about their monochromatic palettes I've tried, I believe this is number 5 out of 6. I do still have one more review coming, and that is the red palette, so stay tuned for that. But I really enjoyed this palette. Like I said, the texture and the formula and everything, it's just gorgeous. It's bouncy, it's creamy, buttery, like it blends amazingly. Like, look how pretty this looks. Now, the bronzer and blush, the powder products at least I have used before, the BH Studio Pro Contour Palette, I absolutely love. I love that it's got a good variety of shades in it. And then this yellow shade right here, for some reason, I always love using it to kind of clean up the edges of the bronzer, and it works beautifully every single time. So great stuff here. And this palette, I believe, was less than, I think it was was $12. Now for the e.l.f. Putty Blush that I used, I can't find the cap for it right now, which is annoying. It fell on the floor, I just remembered. Anyway, I didn't like how this worked with the brush. I don't know why, like I just never have good luck working with cream products on a brush. It just doesn't work well with my skin. It doesn't blend well, it leaves streak marks, and it's just not what I'm going for. This sponge is a great one that I've tried from the drugstore that is not $20 like the normal beauty blender is. It's just as bouncy and it blends everything out so beautifully. Like my face, like I said, looks so flawless, and like I gotta give it to this. This is the gold right here. Love it. I liked the color of this a lot. I did enjoy the formula, but I feel like it's gonna be kind of hard to work with because I'm going to have to use my beauty blender to put this on my face, and like this big thing in this little jar, it's gonna be a little annoying sometimes. So we'll see how often I use those blushes, but I mean, I do really like the shade of them, so I'm happy about that. As for the highlighter, I'm not 100% impressed by this. I think it's a really cute concept, but I wish the formula itself was a little shinier. Like I have just tried so many highlighters and nothing has beat my Colourpop Super Shock highlighter yet. That is what I use to highlight the inner corners of my eyes and my brow bone, and then I actually just went ahead and used a little bit of it on top of that Revolution highlighter because it's just my favorite. Like, look how gorgeous. The eyelashes are really pretty. I do like how long they are, and like they are pretty dimensional. With this kind of dark look, it might be a little hard to tell, but I really like how these look, and they feel really light on my eyes. I probably still can't wear my glasses with them though, because my glasses are like this close to my face and these are very long. So there's that, but I like it still. I like how dramatic it is. And then for my lips, I do love the color of this lip liner, and then the velvet lipstick itself is gorgeous. The gloss, however, I wasn't as impressed with this as I thought I was gonna be. It's a wet look lip gloss. It does feel wet, like on my lips. Like the formula itself just feels really like liquidy, and I don't really like that, honestly. I do like a little bit of a thicker gloss, and the Kylie Cosmetic glosses and even the Colourpop glosses have a really thick consistency, and I like how that feels on my lips. This just feels like I just like spilled a drink on my mouth and like I just want to wipe it off. I don't like how it feels. I don't know. And if you're curious about my eyebrows, I did use my Morphe Dip Brow Pomade in this shade Java. I did that off camera because I was doing a lot this morning. I went through it. It was a lot. But anyway, that is the completed makeup look for today. I hope you guys enjoyed watching and getting ready with me. We did end up finding some really cool products today. Some of them aren't my favorite, but I mean, I'll keep using them and see if it changes my mind at all. But for now, I mean, not bad. So if you guys have any questions on these products, they will all be linked down below in the description box. If you're curious to see what I got in my haul along with a couple of these items, I will also link that video down below. But if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. I post 2 new videos every single week, and I would love for you guys to hang out. So I hope you guys all have a good rest of your week. I'm gonna go eat some lunch and clean the house for a little bit and see where the day takes me. So thanks for hanging with me today, guys, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye!